Dredge is back in standard in Gruul Delirium Aggro. Hi, it's me, it's CGB. Welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about standard Dredge. This Gruul Delirium Aggro archetype was well represented before, ever since Duskmourn really, and Patchwork Beastie and Wildfire Wickerfolk and Fear of Missing Out made this Delirium deck good. But Aetherdrift has actually added 16 new cards, 4 unique new cards to the list, and we need to talk about why they make the deck even better. If you like being aggressive with a bit of a graveyard slant, this is a really fun deck for you. The first card you need to know is Afterburner Expert. This is 2 and a green for a 4/2 Goblin Artificer, which is already a fine rate, but it has an exhaust ability to put 2 counters on this creature for 4 mana. It also says whenever you activate an exhaust ability, return this card from the graveyard to the battlefield. So right away you see that we want to mill or discard these into the graveyard while also seeking Delirium to get them back for free in the future. And the best card to use an exhaust ability to get this back is Draconautics Engineer. The Engineer has the exhaust ability of 1 red, give other creatures haste until end of turn, then put a counter on this creature. It can also spend 4 mana to exhaust to make a dragon. The cool thing about the Engineer is that when you activate the exhaust ability for a red, it goes on the stack and immediately triggers the experts. So if you have 2 experts in the graveyard, they'll come back to the battlefield, and then the exhaust ability of the Engineer will resolve, giving them haste, which is pretty awesome when you're trying to assault your opponent. Did they just cast Day of Judgment and wipe your board? What if you're back on the board immediately attacking them for 8? Yeah, that sounds fun. And to help put it together is Dredger's Insight. It even says Dredge on it, which is pretty obvious what they're going for. This new enchantment out of Aetherdrift says that whenever 1 or more artifact or creature cards leave your graveyard, you gain 1 life. And in a deck that's constantly making things leave the graveyard, that's a little incidental life gain to help you win races. But more importantly, when it enters, you mill 4 cards. Then you can put an artifact, creature, or land from among the milled cards into your hand, digging you deeper into the deck to find those Draconautics Engineers, or maybe an Agatha's Soul Cauldron that exiles an Engineer so you can use the exhaust ability with a different creature to keep the experts coming back. Finally, the little secret tech for best of 1 that I've added to the deck is Fuel the Flames. This is a 2 and a red instant that does 2 damage to each creature and cycles for 2. In the matchups where this doesn't matter, just cycle it. But there's a lot of matchups where your creatures often have 3 toughness. Think of the Patchwork Beastie, the Wildfire Wickerfolk with Delirium, and the Fear of Missing Out. And you can wipe out all the opponent's little offspring, all of their little mice, all of their little rabbits, all of their little Bloomburrow whatever the small creature is. Fuel the Flames will help you wipe it off the board, and in best of 1 that can be a big deal. So we're going to take standard Dredge out onto the Magic Arena Mythic Ladder and see what kind of damage we can do. Let's dive in. Let the delirious dredgy aggro-y Gruul nonsense begin. If we are in a matchup where Torch is good, big surprise, we're gonna win. Shuffler, let's go. So what kind of it's Shuffler versus Matchmaker, who wins? The bottom line is the odds are in best of 1 you will be facing an aggro deck all the time, every game. The odds are so much more likely that you face a deck that's gonna play 20 1-mana creatures than not. Maybe 20 is a lot, like 12 1-mana creatures. Or 20. Probably 20. Now that I think about it, definitely 20. Yep. Okay, well, go away. Go away. Okay, they've got a double striking mouse that they already can use to win the game now. Cool. Engineer. Exhaust ability won't do me any good yet. That is a land for a land. Pretty rough. Lightning struck. Complete with monstrous rage. 3 torch the towers won't be enough. Okay. Jeez, Pete. It's tough out here. Let's see if we can distract a little. Or we could just make the 3/3, right?
For every pain. Allies everywhere. Stand with us.
Hexproof and double strike on its own doesn't beat it. It would need another pump spell. Which usually the only one they run now is Monstrous Rage in a lot of these decks. Okay. Cross your fingers. Come on. Die. Die, you stupid mouse. Yes! Okay. We're still playing Magic. Let's push for the ultimate. As much as I want to mill with this deck, let's push for the ultimate.
My voice beckons.
The Ridgeline, when it attacks, has an ability, but we don't have another creature that we're targeting. But we can play the Engineer. And I'll exhaust it for the counter, because why not? Might need the blocking. The hero is back. They passed the turn. The fuel the flames right there. About time. I think we make a dragon. Does a dragon sound fun? Can they respond to this? Yeah, let's find out. I'm pretty sure they can, but I get the dragon either way. When it attacks, +1 and untap. Let's go. One of my favorite things with Ren is turning the creature lands into creatures without you paying the activation cost. Okay, down to 6. Did they get there? They have a Screaming Nemesis. I can just take that damage. Okay. Okay. Let's think. We got 4 in the air. We can give it the bonus with the Ridgeline. It's that simple.
Break free and fight.
The power of flying. Punch. Victory. Whoa. 3 torch the tower is still just barely good enough. Opponent goes first. Well, at least we have a lot of plays. Yuck. Yuck. Tap land, go. Okay. Starting to look at Fuel the Flames like an absolute necessity here. Let's plan on it. Let's drop our beastie and drop a Ridgeline and see if our opponent can help us turn on some Delirium. I'm ready. These flames are so ready. Let's see if we can get our opponent to take some actions first. I guess we don't want them to save the otter in response. We have a 1 mana 3/3 and we have a 4/3 hasty if we discard the right card. Instant artifact creature enchantment. It's too bad. I do want that insight. See if they've already got another nowhere to run here. No, not yet. Interesting. All right, 1 mana 3/3 patchwork beastie coming at you, and they're digging. Well, that's a good sign. They were doing so good. Now they're digging. But 2 to the top. Ugh. Okay, great. I mean, that has to be like, this town ain't big enough and another nowhere to run. And we bet it wasn't that land. We bet that land was already in their hand. Okay, that's nice. On the bright side, we'll get to torch that fear. Let's see what they target. Wicker folk in response. Bargain. Another Fuel the Flames is not what I'm looking for now that they have no creatures. We need to put the pressure on them. Ah! Scrybug. All right, let's dig with the insight. Let's get double combats ready. Let's play the engineer, actually. One card left. Momentum broken. Goodbye, beastie. Engineer has more upside. There's an expert. So we played Fear of Missing Out. We give it haste. We discard expert. We get back expert. Man, the opponent, I believe, is dead right there. Accidentally hit keep. Okay, dive right in. Our opponent bins the Sheoldred's Edict. Dude, they're digging so hard. Temple and sewers? Who does that? Let's discard the expert. It keeps happening. The heck? They do nothing. Mountain off the top. Not bad. Yeah. See if they take this bump. They probably won't. They did? Ain't that something? What do you think? They're gonna counter this? I'm going for it. I know, another one. If I activate it, I get the other one. You know they have removal and counter spells. You can just tell. Who else does nothing? Okay, it's in the graveyard. Be a shame if I drew a Draconautics engineer and exhaust. Oh my. I mean, max upside, we go for it. Make him have another counterspell. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Oh my gosh. Yo, dude, what have you done? Oh no, not like this. Oh my goodness, not like this. On the draw with a torch. Backstreet. Helix? Helix? My voice just cracked? What's going on? Huh? 2 experts, wow. I mean, hit him with the haste, I guess. No cut down. We love this. Cornucopia. Okay. We have drawn 3 of these in a row. I just want to say that's what's happening here. Green goblins, guys. Here we are. No. No, really? Okay. How much do we set this up? They're at 19. They're probably going to wipe the board. I guess if they're going to wipe the board, like we could top deck, play engineer, get back 2 experts, and play a fear of missing out. I mean, that would be insane. Get back 3 experts, right? Because we discard the expert to the fear. Okay, they're trying to plot on me. A heaped harvest is the plot. Okay. Okay, guys. Let's go. Untapped land off the top one time. Fear of missing out. Let's try it. Never didn't have it. One? Oh no. 1? So close. So close. Okay, that's not a board wipe. I was sure that it would be a board wipe. All right, they can't helix this turn. What can they still do for like 2 mana? They've had all this value. And they're still at 2. It's over. Whoa. I mean, I am an expert in afterburning after that. Absolutely. On the draw a lot, but when you got the torch, you're not as afraid. What are you playing? Okay, pixie. I guess I'll be ready for a turn 2 threat with a torch the tower. Never mind, they played around it, but they bounced their own land to do it. Will they trade with this? Maybe, but it gets us closer to Delirium. Awesome. Now we just need something to bargain for the torch. You gotta watch out with the lands in this matchup specifically because of
Buy us more time.
nowhere to run. But I'm always pretty happy when they play Sheltered by Ghosts. Unless they play two. Wow.
Phyrexia claws at my mind.
Is this all that their deck does? Guess so. Oh, what you gonna bounce? Nothing. That's what. Trying to figure out, like, if we want this cauldron. And I guess we do. Another Fuel the Flames. 2 damage is not 3, though, is it? Life total go down. I discarded the Ridge line. I could have not played the Cauldron and had the 5 mana for this next turn, so that I was ready to torch this Fear of Isolation. But man, not quite there, are we? Need an untapped land. Got it. They have enough mana left over for a nowhere to run, I suppose. Oh, sorry, this town ain't big enough. We're really close to double Fuel the Flames, but we're at 8. I think we just have to go for it. And then what are we getting back? Some creatures. What are we giving up? Probably Soul Cauldron. That's why you play it. You thought you were safe. Yeah, they're gonna bounce the Sheltereds. But that's okay because we have the Fuel the Flames. I think we just want to try to hit some Afterburning experts.
I see endless rot.
Double Fuel the Flames available. We didn't hit double combats with Fear of Missing Out, which is too bad. People love Sheltered by Ghosts. I still don't love it in the Pixie deck, though, because, like, these are hard creatures to defend. Ooh, they took the Wren so they could be aggressive. Man, can we gain life back? We need a Dredger's Insight pretty badly. But this is the play. It's gonna kill this, isn't it? That's too bad. We're gonna minus here. This isn't gonna attack the turn it comes in. Okay, so combat now. Discard you. Draw. Minus. Dredger's Insight would go a long way to gaining some life back.
Forget the
Give me this. And this. And this. And still no Afterburner experts either. Storm Chaser's Talent. If there's no Hopeless Nightmares, we still have a pretty good shot. I'm selling Fuel the Flames and Best of One, right? You guys, are you guys getting convinced? Are you getting convinced? There it is. Not in the graveyard, though. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope, gotta have 3 mana for this. Exhaust first, get that +1/+1 counter. Feel the flames. Out of there. Power up Ridgeline. Double combats. Let's untap here and here. Down to 3. Now, if I had untapped this, and this had untapped that, we would have had 2 more points, but it's the same, right? And it doesn't create another combat. So no, we didn't miss lethal. But man, did we come back.